Hey guys, so it's day 3 of ISEF, and honestly, there's not a whole lot for us to do today. My daughter had they had a press day today, so they went to their presentation, their booth, and just waited there for any press members to come by and talk to them or whatever. We're not allowed to go in there with them. And then later today, she's got some training sessions, some education sessions she's going to go to that are required for them. So basically, we have the day to kind of do whatever we want. So it's kind of a nice day today, just to have some time to relax and go around and just see some things, do some shopping, all of that. We stopped and made our obligatory coffee run whenever we're somewhere where there is a Dutch Brothers coffee. We always stop because it is our favorite coffee place. We don't have one where we live, and so we always take advantage of that whenever we go somewhere. So we're just gonna spend the day going around, taking a look at Dallas, and so we'll check back in with you later. See you later. Bye. So one of the places that we decided to come today was to a place in Dallas called Fair Park, which is actually where they hold the Texas State Fair. Now the State Fair is not going on right now, and I have lived in Texas for all of my 52 years and have never been to the State Fair, so that is definitely on my bucket list. But the fairgrounds is open. Everything, pretty much, all of the walking areas and everything for the fairgrounds is open, except the midway. And so we just decided to come and just have a look. And this is actually called the Leonhardt Lagoon in Fair Park. So it's just a nice little water feature here on the fairgrounds. And so, it's a very nice day out today. Got a little bit of a breeze. It's not too hot. We've already seen quite a few of the animals here. There's some turtles over there sunning themselves, and we got some ducks over here, it looks like. Just taking it easy, and there's I think that's a grackle on the ground there too. And so, yeah, just a nice little place, to walk around and just have a look. So check in later. And another feature another landmark on the State Fairgrounds is the Cotton Bowl. So this is where they play the Cotton Bowl Classic every year. Again, I've never been inside the stadium, but this is the main entrance to it. It's probably about as close as I'm going to be able to get, because I think it kind of feeds into the midway over there, and don't think there's a way to get up much closer. But just again, another neat little Texas state history landmark. So there we go. Okay, and now we're down at the opposite end of the lagoon from where we were a minute ago. And again, there's just some more of the wildlife here. Some turtles over there, some ducks. Duck right there. Got a pair of geese over here with their little ones. There's some more ducks out there, and a bunch more turtles. Pretty little place. Some more geese across. Like I mentioned, of course, this is where they hold the Texas State Fair, and the Midway is not open because the State Fair is not going on, but there's the big Ferris wheel for the Texas State Fair. As we come back around here in just a second, I'll try to get a little bit more footage of, you know, some of the, maybe we can see inside the Midway just a little bit, but we'll see what we can do as we walk on further down. So just a little bit of Texas and U.S. history here. We are standing right outside Dealy Plaza. There's a statue of George Bannerman Dealy. Many of you may know or may remember, if you were around back in 1963, Dealy Plaza here in Dallas was where President John F. Kennedy was shot and assassinated. So we're gonna walk across in just a minute over to the John F. Kennedy Memorial, which I believe is right across the street over here. And so we'll be back in just a second. So actually Dealy Plaza was around before, of course, 1963. This is actually the Dealy Plaza monument, where the first home, which served as the first courthouse and post office, the first store, and the first fraternal lodge in Dallas. And so this is the memorial to the settlers in Dallas here in Dealy Plaza. And so we went sideways on this one, but this is the part of the JFK Memorial. It says on November 22nd, 1963, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 35th President of the United States, visited Dallas. A presidential parade traveled north on Houston Street to Elm Street and west on Elm Street. As the parade continued on Elm Street at 12:30 p.m., rifle shots wounded the president and Texas Governor John Connally. Findings of the Warren Commission indicated that the rifle shots were fired from a sixth-floor window near the southeast corner of the Texas School Book Depository Building, Elm and Houston, a block north of this marker. President Kennedy expired at Parkland Memorial Hospital at about 1 p.m. The John Fitzgerald Kennedy Memorial Plaza is nearby, bounded by Main, Record, Market, and Commerce Streets. And then it gives there is the map there of the route that the parade took that day. So. Okay, and what we're seeing now is now the Dallas County Administration Building, but in 1963 this was the School Book Depository Building, and so the shots that killed President Kennedy were fired from a window on the 6th floor. They used to have the window marked or blacked out, but it's not anymore. So there is actually a museum there. I haven't been to the museum, but that's on my bucket list also. And this is just a shot from the side and behind that memorial where we just were a few minutes ago. other things to see. So we'll keep walking. And this is a plaque showing an excerpt from the speech that President Kennedy was to deliver at the Dallas Trade Mart on November 22nd, 1963. And it says, "We in this country, in this generation, are by destiny rather than choice, the watchmen on the walls of world freedom. We ask, therefore, that we may be worthy of our power and responsibility, that we may exercise our strength with wisdom and restraint, and that we may achieve in our time and for all time the ancient vision of peace on earth, goodwill toward men. That must always be our goal, and the righteousness of our cause must always underlie our strength. For as was written long ago, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain." And so according to a plaque that's right beside this landmark right here, this landmark is in alignment with where the fatal shot hit President Kennedy. And so if I turn around facing Elm Street, you see the X in the middle of the street. That is where the fatal shot, where he was hit by the fatal shot. And so then if I turn again, you can see right up there is the school book depository building. So this is where it all happened. And then of course we've got the infamous grassy knoll. I'll just read you what this says. It says, "Journalist Merriman Smith, riding in the motorcade 5 cars behind President Kennedy, reported seeing Dallas police run up this hill, which he called a grassy knoll. Some witnesses believe shots came from the knoll area, but police found no evidence of a gunman. The wooden stockade fence at the top, rebuilt several times since 1963, is a reproduction of the original fence." And so I'll step back here and just give you there's the fence. And so this is the infamous grassy knoll. Interesting stuff. This is the historical marker that is on the side of the what was formerly the Texas School Book Depository building. And so I hopefully, if you want to read it, you can pause it. Hopefully I'm close enough for you to read it well. So, but this is just the historical marker. And it's interesting here, if you notice, when it talks about Oswald, said he allegedly shot and killed President Kennedy, so whatever that's worth. Okay, so this next part really has nothing to do with JFK or anything like that, but you see the building in the foreground, or in the background there, the big red building, which is actually called Old Red. That is the original Dallas County Courthouse. And what's interesting about that is my great-great-great-great-grandfather and his wife were the first couple married in Dallas County. And their marriage certificate, supposedly, is in the cornerstone of this courthouse. Just an interesting bit of family trivia there. But they were some of the first settlers here in Dallas County. So, interesting piece of history there for our family.